Hello again, everyone. Edwin Leonard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about what I believe, in my opinion, is the sexiest zodiac sign. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant. So let me get started. Well, I'm going to start off with the first zodiac sign, Aries. Well, Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars is connected with sex, so it would be natural to think that this could very well be the sexiest sign of the zodiac, but I'm going to say no, I don't really believe it is. Aries could have a strong sex appeal, but I don't really see this as the sign that is the sexiest. Aries it seems like they could be a little bit combative, and there's something with it. I don't really connect them as being the sexiest sign. They may be very close second to the sign that I'm going to reveal later in the video, though. And but at the same time, being Mars ruled, Aries can still have very strong sex appeal, though. Now, Taurus. Well, Taurus ruled by Venus. Taurus can be have a very attractive appearance often, and Taurus is strongly connected with love. Taurus is often involved in something of modeling or acting, and they could be very strongly, I guess, engrossed, so to speak, in their ability to maintain maybe a good appearance and look and really be good looking. But I don't really see Taurus as being the most sexiest sign. Taurus can have an attractive appearance, being ruled by Venus, but I wouldn't put them at the top as the sexiest sign. Now, going to Gemini. Well, Gemini is a sign that can really retain their youth for a number of years. They seem like they're very slow in terms of aging, at least as far as superficially is what I'm saying by their appearance. Gemini can be very lively, vivacious, and whimsical, and something about, I think, their youthful outlook helps them maintain a youthful complexion and appearance for a longer period than the average sign goes. And Geminis can have a good appearance as well, but I don't see them as the most sexiest sign of the zodiac. Now, Cancer. Now, Cancer is another sign, I believe, that can retain their youth for a pretty protracted period. Cancers are often very attractive, can be very fair. When I say fair, I mean beautiful fair. I don't mean mediocre, average fair. And Cancer women can really, some of them can be very voluptuous, I believe, very, have a very beautiful appearance, and they can be very youthful looking as well, similar to Gemini. But I don't see Cancer as being the most, as far as the sexiest sign, I don't see them as being the sexiest sign of the zodiac. So let me go to Leo now. Well, Leo can be very flamboyant. Leo can be very charismatic and magnetic, and a lot of times there's something about their appearance that can attract attention, and they could really they could really stand out, and it's often in a beautiful way. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Heidi Klum has a Leo ascendant. At least that's what I saw on one website. I believe she's a Gemini sun, and her rising is Leo. So you have some very attractive qualities right there with that, perhaps with that combination. And Leo's, you talk about the sign connected with being magnanimous. Well, their presence really comes out in a very strong and magnanimous manner, so to speak, and they really they can stand out, and some Leos can really be very attractive, but I don't see them as the most sexiest sign of the zodiac. So anyway, I'm going to go to Virgo now. Now, Virgo is a sign that I've seen some Virgo women they have certain attractiveness. They often have very small, kind of small, delicate type kind of features, and Virgo is certainly not a sign that would be, that, I mean, that I'd say doesn't have an attractive appearance, they can have this, but there's something with them because they're not like an, oh, they're, as far as they're, I think there are a lot of Virgos are very reticent and just their humbleness, it doesn't give them that ability to really betray any strong, I guess you could say, like a super sexy type appeal. I mean, it's not that they can't be, but there's something with them that really kind of where they hold back and they're not really a sign, I would say, that I would correlate with being the sexiest sign of the zodiac. So we'll go now to Libra. Well, Libra, Libra can arguably be the most attractive zodiac sign, I believe. Libras are often figure prominently, like in modeling or in acting, and can be very beautiful. They often have very even features. They could be very they're obviously Libras. Their Libra women's bodies can be very well formed, so to speak, as far as their physique goes, and can be very very slender and have a very attractive, appealing appearance. But I don't equate them with being the most sexiest sign of the zodiac. So now I'm going to go to Sagittarius. Well, Sagittarius is a sign where I don't really, Sagittarius would not be a sign that I would see as being really the most sexiest sign. I think there's something with Sagittarius women that they have a little bit more, as far as they're just a natural sex appeal, I think they could have than is otherwise. Maybe they even realize at times Sagittarius can often be very athletic, and they keep themselves, as far as their physique goes, they could keep themselves in very good shape. And Sagittarius, I see, is often an attractive sign, but not as far as the sexiest sign goes. Now Capricorn can be very photogenic. And Capricorn as well can be, surprisingly, can make good models, I think, in many instances because of that ability where there's something very strongly photogenic about the sign. And as far as photography goes, they seem to photograph exceptionally well. But do I really see this? Capricorn, to me, is not like a Capricorn female is not going to really come out and really show something that's going to be in a manner where they're something about, I guess you could say, their presence or what have you is not one that's going to necessarily exude that real, I guess you could say, that sexual aura or what have you. And I think it's just not, because they're just such conservative like nature, is not one that's really going to come out and say, well, this is not going to, the sexiest sign of the zodiac. It just, for me, I don't believe it would be. But although many Capricorns women can be very very attractive. Now Aquarius. Obviously Aquarius is a sign that could be very unorthodox, very different. They have a very striking, a lot of times they'll might wear certain clothing that might be somewhat different. They might have a very eclectic style about them. They have a certain way which could, because of their uniqueness, which could attract or command some kind of attention. But I don't really see this as being ruled by Uranus and Saturn. It's not a sign where you really would think is going to correlate with being the most sexiest sign of the zodiac. And Aquarians they could have very fine features, and they could really, and they have their own attractiveness about them, and a lot of it is connected with their uniqueness, with being eclectic and having that eccentric quality. Now, actually, I'm going to go to Pisces now. Well, Pisces, what's interesting in contrast to Capricorn, for I read somewhere that Pisces, there's some reason a lot of times will not, something about the way they photograph is not always the same as what they appear, maybe because of that being ruled by Neptune and that illusion quality that's connected with this sign. Pisces can have an ethereal type way about them, and they can, and really many Pisces can have very, they have they can have Pisces women could have a very as far as the face and the eyes. I mean, the eyes can be very soulful, I think, with Pisces women. They can really have a sensitive look to them, and something about their compassionate nature can make them attractive. But I think in their, because they're so strongly connected with self-sacrifice and being compassionate and philanthropic, even in their charitable, their general kindness exudes some kind of attractiveness, I think. But do I really see Pisces as the sexiest sign? But no. Now I'm going to get to the sign that I think is really unequivocally the sexiest sign of the zodiac is Scorpio. Now Scorpio is ruled by Mars, which is connected with sex, and it's ruled by Pluto, and Pluto is about secrets, and I think that's what gives Scorpio their strong secretive nature. Now Scorpio is the sexiest sign, I believe, for a number of reasons. Well, one, they're very charismatic and magnetic. They're not flamboyant like Leo, but there's something about them that just gets that certain attention. And they often, in the persona of Scorpio, can be very powerful as well and very alluring. And Scorpio is also being ruled by Pluto. That's what gives them that, as far as the secret part to them, and that powerful nature. And I think, like, when you look at them, there's strong mystique connected with Scorpio women and as far as being mysterious. Now, many of you may remember Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. It seemed like she wore sunglasses a lot. She had Scorpio rising, and she had a very sexy quality about her, I thought. And a lot of it said there's something about her was very mysterious, often concealed by her sunglasses. I notice a lot of Scorpio people that have Scorpio prominent in their horoscope seem like they wear sunglasses very often. And another person that has Scorpio, well, this person is very prominent in her horoscope is Katy Perry. She's a singer, songwriter, and actress. She has the sun, moon, and ascendant in Scorpio, and she seems to exude a very powerful persona on stage, and obviously very sexy as well. And Jennifer McCarthy, who's an actress model, she has the sun in Scorpio, and she obviously, I think, saying she has sex appeal would probably be a vast understatement. And there's also something very captivating and mesmerizing about Scorpios. Scorpios can also have a very penetrating look in their eyes, and they really see to the heart of matters. And I think for all these reasons, I think Scorpio is the sexiest zodiac sign. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for the sexiest zodiac sign. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be continuing my compatibility and my astrological compatibility series. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.